Welcome back to Spaz on Wheels. This actually is still in Alabama. I just decided to go for an after work ride and try to find a part that's going to fit that exhaust tip, because when we got back after the last ride, it loosened all the way back up again. So I've got Allen wrenches that properly fit it on the bike with me. I'll take one out of one of them, and ooh, that sun is bright. Narrow road, super narrow road. Man, I'd hate to have when I have to leave here with my rig, I hope nobody's coming this way. Ugh, I'll try not to talk going right into the sun where my eyeballs are dead. So yeah, so the video turned out pretty good off the 360. I did realize that the Ace Pro was in a Leica specific color profile, which I really do love. I love the look of it. That Leica one is awesome, but it's specific to the Ace Pro. Even if I had the regular Ace, I wouldn't have that either. The Ace Pro is the only one that has, because it has the Leica glass and lens. So, but yeah, so. Dude, dogs run, scare the crud out of me around here. So today I'd like to talk about, career changes and getting older. So I've been working in the tech industry in a capacity of anything from software engineer, architect, to at one point in time I was all the way up to a vice president role within an organization, and so I've been in director, senior leader roles, leading engineering teams, and then I went back to doing consulting work, and that's what I do today. Today I do consulting, so I work for a bunch of different clients depending on who I've got when, and I do some software development for them, or I do design and architecture for them. But I'm 20. I want to say I gotta be like 25 years into this career at least. Yeah, more than that. About 20-ish. Yeah, I've been in the tech industry technically longer than that, but with my degree, technically I've been in it over 20 years. And I'm to that point where it's I don't know if this is maybe just your midlife crisis stuff, or judging your worth, or I'm struggling in what I want to be when I grow up, because I'm not growing up anytime soon, but I do want to think about, these more creative endeavors that I like. Doing this YouTube channel is a good example. I do photography and I do videography work. I've done that before in professional. I have done photography and I've done videography in a professional, getting paid for it way before. It's definitely not as lucrative of a career as my software engineering side is. But as we pay down more debt doing what we're doing, my income ratio won't have to be as high. So I really, I'd like to start doing, and I'll throw this out here, put it in the comments. So hopefully you've made it this far. I know a lot of people drop off in the first 2 minutes, so I got to get the details out quick and fast. But if I was to do more cinematic style videos, maybe, I'd spend some money on a drone next, right? And do more of maybe a travel vlog, but with a more cinematic approach. Would you watch that? Would it be engaging enough for you versus just the moto vlog that I'm doing like right now? I really need the audience to help drive it if I want to grow viewership and eventually ever get monetized on YouTube, because that would be, that'd be a good way to, make some money, and we travel all the time, so I can show people different locations, whether it's just through this moto vlog the way I'm doing it right now, or if it's more of going to events. I don't have a lockdown location I have to be at other than staying away from winter, right? I'm not gonna go do a Wisconsin event in the middle of December, January, February, even March. I'm just not doing that. I mean, I travel there maybe, but I'm not going to do a motorcycle style event, right? So yeah, so what are your thoughts? Put them in the comments. Like, if I watched what is it, $1 Million Bogger, whatever. I don't know how he's the Australian dude, and I think he's Australian. Yeah, he's Australian, and he did some cinematic stuff, and some of them are just funny and hilarious stuff, right? So it's really more about what your viewers are gonna like and that kind of stuff. So I need feedback. So definitely get in the comments. Let me know. So otherwise, I'm rolling to go get me some parts. Hopefully. If not, I'm gonna probably have to tighten my thing back up again. On that note of content creation and the like, what do you think? And I'm really trying to get some engagement here. So most of this video might be asking questions and asking you to put thoughts in the comments. So please watch until closer to the end so that I can get your feedback, on some of those questions I'm gonna have. Like, there's this whole, which platform? YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook again, because I don't know. It seems like I don't know. YouTube used to be the go-to, but it seems, at least what I'm hearing from others, is it seems to be sort of fading. It's not as popular anymore. And plus, I believe short-form content is just taken over. So, for that matter, YouTube Shorts is going to jump up to being able to be 3 minutes soon to match up with TikTok. So, I got to decide what I want to do about that. Like, am I going to start making more short-term content? I think short-term content becomes the gateway to the long-form. But I got to figure out, what I want to do. And yeah, I can be funny if I want to be funny. It's more of a question of, I got to do two things. I got to do things that are going to make you all engage. And secondarily, things that are not going to make it feel like just more work everywhere, right? Because I already work a full-time job. And it's more than 40 hours a week. So, and working more than 40 hours a week and then trying to edit videos. I mean, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning and worked on my video that'll be the one before this, where I talk about hitting a deer in the hurricane and all the things that are affecting us right now. So, yeah. It's time consuming. I mean, short form content isn't as bad. So, why are you not driving? Yeah, just lots of debates going on in my head about, what do I want to do? I mean, even the people that are full-time YouTubers, right? They're doing merch, they're doing affiliates, links, and they're doing sponsorships, and that's how they have to make ends meet. So I got to decide how far I want to go. I mean, I've got a creative side. I like some art stuff. I like doing some stuff like that. So I like the creative side of things, but I got to find a way for it to fund me, right? I mean, maybe I take some more of my video camera footage. I mean, I got my Sony big boy cameras too, and maybe I do bike photography, and I sell prints to people, right? Have them commission me when I'm around their area to come take some photos and make some art pieces for them and get them printed for them, or give them digital copies if that's what they prefer. I mean, that's going to be my time, my expertise, and my editing time, because photo editing is also not like free. And then I like to shoot more of a raw photo and then definitely stylize it a little bit. So there's an avenue there. There's go on rides with people so that they can have footage of themselves riding. Right? I've got the investments in these cameras, and for that matter, again, like I said, I have the bigger cameras I can shoot on as well. So I could always, put some sticks up and have them drive by, and I can do some riding with, so that they get footage of them riding as well. You know, and you know, try to get some high quality video. I mean, I gave a gentleman here footage of him and his son riding side by side in a large ride, just because I wanted to, because I thought, you know, as a father of kids myself, those are moments that are great to capture. So yeah, just lots of thinking. I'm really struggling with what I want to do. I'm sort of burnt out on the tech industry side, and I mean, I love learning new things, and the tech industry does that for sure, because you have to stay on top of everything. Everything changes every month almost nowadays. It used to be every 6 months. It was every year. Now it's all the time. So you got to stay on top of things, pay attention to what's going on in the world in the tech industry more. But I'd like to more dive into this creative side, right? I like making music too. I've got tools for that too. I've got access to Logic and stuff like that. Someday I'll start making my own music for the vlog, and I haven't done that yet, but I will. Yeah, so what are your thoughts? What do you think would gain traction, right? Should I go chase that short-term content? Should I be on TikTok more? I haven't really posted anything on TikTok, and I tried to get my account set up with my name, but it looks like somebody may have already taken it, or my account got suspended for activity that somebody hacked my password or something. I don't know. I don't know how they do that, because I usually have two-factor on. But yeah, I need to find out what I need to be, man. I need to find out what I need to be. Let's see if you're still audio recording. You are. Good. Save some more battery. Just briefly on the 360 camera / Ace Pro, they say these things are supposed to auto-connect back up with the Cardo. I have yet to have it ever connect on its own. I've always had to force it myself. I'm not sure why that is. I have Wake Up with Bluetooth turned on as well, and that just doesn't happen. I love this bridge, by the way. Gotta love these old steel bridges. So I just can't get it to work the way I want it to, so it takes a little bit of finagling with it to get it to connect. And this time I'm connected as a Bluetooth bridge, so that way if I was on DMC, you'd be able to hear whoever else is on comms with me, because it records all of that, which is really cool, really good. So the other piece of gear I'd like to get is maybe the DJI mics, a set of those, just so I can do off-bike audio a little bit better, and also maybe, you know, put one somewhere to collect the audio for the noise of the bike, instead of trying to use potentially windy footage audio off of the Ace Pro, which is what I did last time and I'm doing again this time, because you need some ambient noise with it, otherwise it makes it feel very weird. So it's either you add music and you just talk over it and you don't have any, but it's part of the experience of riding a motorcycle is hearing the exhaust and even a little bit of the wind. So I think it's necessary to add that back in a little bit. I'd like to maybe knock the wind down a little bit more and just maybe have more of the ambient engine noise and surrounding noises, not wind. So yeah, still figuring things out. I ended up using desktop mode for editing the 360 stuff, because I tried to do it on my iPad, and the Insta360 app, which does work, right? But it works in portrait mode when you go to edit, when you go to actually do a full edit. So I wish they'd fix that so it could be in landscape mode, like more like a desktop app, because I use it more in a landscape setting with the keyboard connected to it all the time. So it's more of a laptop than it is an iPad most of the time. And that's super powerful. It can do a lot of things, but I could figure it out, I guess, but I'm going to pull up into this Ace Hardware store, see if I can get what I need. If I can, cool. I'm going to have to dismount my cameras. That's the not fun part of doing this kind of stuff. So the one on my face I can just keep on the helmet, but so I'll be back. We'll close this out on my ride out of here, whether it's going home or whether I'm going to chase down another hardware store. We'll see. Alright, so back on the road. Got my bolt replaced. Found a replacement bolt for it that fits. So the tip will not, or should not fall off anymore, or rattle as much. We'll keep an eye on it though. My next thing to keep an eye on is making sure this helmet was put back together right when I took the lens off last, because I'm feeling air coming through my visor where I shouldn't. So, and it's locked all the way down. It's on this side. It's like it's puffed out a little bit. So, have to take a look at that when I'm back at the house. Let's get up to speed and get rolling. So tomorrow is Friday. We're going to roll out on Saturday morning bright and early. We got 5.5 hour drive time, pending any road issues because of what happened. Even though we're sort of skirting. I mean, we're going through Atlanta to get over to South Carolina, the north side of South Carolina. So there's some risk there. But we'll have Google Maps running. I'll run my RV Life stuff, which tells me where I can pull my rig, and we'll figure it out. So that's really all I can do, and then got to live with whatever we got to live with. So we're going to find out, make sure, they got power. We're going to fill up our water if we have to, just to have backup water on rig. So, and then we'll be in South Carolina for 3 weeks north side, 3 weeks south side. So, but I'm just going to get my behind home. I might have something else to say, but if I don't, it was great hanging out. Please, again, put your thoughts on like the creative process and what I should do, or what you feel would be good content that you'd watch. What would you like to see, right? Do you want cinematics versus only motovlog? Do you want me to mix that in? Put all that stuff in the comments. You got other ideas of what I could do, maybe business-wise, while I'm living full-time on the road? With some of my creative tools and processes I do know? I'm all up for that too. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, please. Let's help grow the channel. The more people we get on here, the better I'm going to feel, the more I'm going to want to do this every day if I can, right? So I am lucky enough to be able to live like this right now. And I'll tell you what, if everything hit the fan, I would take this, and as long as my kids were all taken care of, mind you. If my kids aren't taken care of, I can't do what I do right now. What I'm about to say is, if I was single, or even me and my wife, I guarantee you she'd do this with me. We would live off the back of this bike if we had to. We do motorcycle camping, stuff like that. There's nothing stopping us. I know how to survive when it gets a little chilly and everything else. And we could live very minimalistic life that way. I mean, we are to some extent right now, because we are living RV life. But anyways, life's short. Do what you want to do before you can't. This is Spaz. Till next time.